Today was the deadline for MLB teams to finalize their 40-man roster, and I want to take a look at the moves the Guardians made today. The Guardians came in today with 37 players on their 40-man roster, meaning they could add 3 more to protect them from the Rule 5 draft. They added 4 players, Austin Peterson, Khalil Watson, Angel Hanao, and Yorman Gomez, while removing Nick Enright from the 40-man roster. Angel Hanao was the biggest no-brainer here for the Guardians. He's one of their top prospects. MLB Pipeline has him as their number 3 prospect, while Fangraphs has him as the number 1 prospect for the Guardians. Fangraph also has him as the 24th best prospect in all of baseball. And while the power has to improve if he wants to make an impact at the major league level right now, the talent is definitely there, and everyone in the league knows it. The Guardians know you have to protect a guy like this by adding him to the 40-man roster, now that he is Rule 5 eligible. Khalil Watson was another move that I predicted going into today. He was a former top prospect who was traded to the Guardians in the Josh Bell trade. He had a rough couple of years with Miami and Cleveland's organization, but he had a really good bounce back year this year in Columbus, and I think that he could be a contender for an outfield starting job for the Cleveland Guardians major league team this year. And when you got a guy who's knocking on the door of the major leagues with big power and big speed, odds are other teams around the league are looking at him as an option for their outfield too. So even if he isn't going to make the major league roster on opening day this year, you got to protect him anyways. Then the last of these moves that I saw coming was Austin Peterson, who's a consensus top 20 prospect for the Guardians, and he was probably the best pitcher at AAA Columbus last year. Peterson is definitely a command guy. He's not going to overpower you, but he's gotten results so far in the minor leagues. And for a Guardians farm system that right now looks uncharacteristically weak at the starting pitching position, it was just a matter of time before Peterson got the call up to the 40-man roster. Now here, the big surprise for me is Yorman Gomez being protected, as he was a prospect that was not on my radar at all. Gomez pitched as both a starter and a reliever last year at High A Lake County and Double A Akron. Fangraphs has him as the 36th ranked prospect in the Guardians organization. And I think the rationale here in the Guardians protecting him is that they see Gomez as a viable reliever right now with a mid-90s fastball who has the potential to end up being a quality starting pitcher, especially if he adds an off-speed pitch that could be workable towards left-handed hitters. And maybe the biggest surprise was that the Guardians designated Nick Enright for assignment. Enright was an above-average reliever last year with Cleveland with an ERA of 2.03, and while the advanced metrics didn't love him, he had a great story as he battled through cancer and injuries to make it to the major leagues. Enright even pitched in some big moments for this Guardians team throughout the season, and while injuries ended his season early, I expected him to be back in the bullpen for Cleveland this upcoming season. It'll be interesting to see if Enright accepts his minor league assignment and rehabs with Cleveland, or elects free agency and tries to see if another team will give him another shot at the big leagues right now. Let me know what you guys think of these moves and what other moves you would like to see from the Guardians as they move forward into this offseason.